Okay, what I'm getting ready to do, we're getting ready to mix some color. I'm getting ready to paint a 66 Chevelle convertible. It's going Le Mans blue. It's a factory color. The first thing you want to do is pull up the color code, but in this case, we actually had trouble pulling up the color code, so we actually had to do a manual search on the computer. But we got it taken care of. What you're gonna do is, it's gonna bring up your toners, the list of toners you're gonna do, the name, the color of everything, and the amount you'll put. I'm mixing 2 quarts of color, which will be reduced, so it'll actually be a gallon. Every paint system is different, whether you're using PPG, Chromax, everybody's different. Sherwin-Williams, every paint company is different, but you'll get the same color with different toners. Our first toner will be 826J, which is organic blue mixing color. And we're gonna do 95 grams of that. So you wanna weigh your scale out to 0 grams. Make sure your cup is on the scale before you zero it out. And then you're gonna 95 grams. So we'll put 95 grams in it. You wanna be very, very precise on it as much as possible. So I would take your time and be as careful as possible as you possibly can. 95 grams. All right, our next toner will be 827J, which is blue. Another toner, which is a different blue. We're gonna do 160.6 grams. So you're not gonna zero back out. You're just gonna start from the 95 and go to 160.6. 160. All right, next toner is 807J, which is a black low strength. And it's gonna be 212. And 212. We're gonna put this toner back. And our next toner is 811, which is medium aluminum. And every toner is different. Some might be more liquefied and some be a little bit more aggressive, more thick. So this one's 246. Just because it's a thicker liquid doesn't mean it's gonna perform differently. Medium aluminum is 246.2. Yeah, this one's a little bit thicker. It's not as liquefied as the 807. In this case, every drop counts, literally. All right, next is a low strength white, which is 802J. And if you look at our mixing bank, all our numbers are in order. They jump, whether it's from 802 to 803 to 805, there'll be a new numeric order. Okay, and then we're gonna go the 802J, which is a low strength white, will be 251.9. So we're at 246. So 251.9. We're at 250. 251.9. We're gonna put the low strength back. And then next, you'll grab your 150K, which is a binder, base coat binder. Well, this is the balancer actually. My mistake is actually a balancer. You're gonna do 737.3. So from 251.9, you're gonna go to 737.3. It balances out all the paints, the colors, the different ones, and then the binder will actually activate it so it'll have something to bite to. We went a couple of grams over, but it won't hurt it. You're gonna grab your 175K, which is the binder, the base coat binder. And this will actually lock it in to where it'll stay when it dries, 860. After you do that, if you want to get a look at that, that's our color right there. It might look like a bunch of colors to y'all. Looks, I mean, you can see all the colors that we put in there: black, blue, silver, different shades of blue. But when you mix it all together, you'll get the color that we're going for, which is Le Mans blue. Like I said, it was a factory color used back in the 60s and 70s. Most of these colors are reused again later on in the years. They just rename them and adjust them to be a little bit better. And now if you look, after it's been mixed, that's the color. Even though we mixed it, we're still not done. You have to reduce it so it can come out the gun real evenly and it can flow real good through the gun. So we're gonna reduce it with 7195S, which is a very high temperature base maker. And then, I mean, we do 50-50. So 50% base and 50% reducer. It liquefies it even more so you can get a nice flow out.